Hey everyone, it's Natch here doing another review for games and how getting 100% by completing the trophy list can help your mental fitness. Please keep in mind everything here is just my opinion based on my own life experience. There are some professional studies out there that would suggest I'm on the right track, but for now, I'm just here to help spread the word and look at gaming as more than just entertainment. So with that, let's jump right in. Today I'm going over Slay the Spire, STS for short, developed by Mega Crit Games, released on console for 2019. STS is a single-player only game, but an internet connection appears to be required for one specific trophy. I'm not completely sure and haven't been able to verify it, so better play it safe than sorry and say that you do. I had no idea what this game was before playing it, but I was definitely excited to play it after watching the trailer because I rarely get these kind of games in my library, something fresh and different. Having now completed it, I'm going to say that without a doubt, this was the most addicting game I played all year, let alone in a very long time. So kudos to Mega for making such a great yet simple game. Okay, so before we get into the fun stuff, some of you might be asking, is this appropriate for kids to play? In short, yes it is, but let's take an organic look at it anyways. The ESRB rating for STS is everyone 10 and older because of fantasy violence, mild blood, and tobacco reference. I agree all those things can be found in the game, but I'd say STS is fine for all ages. It's a card turn-based game and simply adds background, imaginatory background to it compared to just playing the game in real life with others. The storyline is so simplistic that you aren't even sure what the story is about, other than you need to fight off monsters and bandits. I'd argue this game is simpler and less violent than the original Super Mario Bros., which is rated E for everyone by ESRB, even though Mario kills animals. That's the problem with ESRB in my opinion, it's just never consistent. So yeah, I'd say STS is good for everyone. Alright, so now you may be wondering just how long will this take to get 100%? Well, to be honest, a lot of that will depend on the skill set of the player. For me, I expected STS would take me between 22 and 42 hours to get 100%. I went way over that. Like, in fact, 100 hours over that. it was pretty bad. Looking back, there were things that I definitely would have done differently, which should have cut the time down, but either way, I'd say it would reasonably take anyone at least 58 hours to complete. There are no cheats or glitches. There is no game difficulty either, technically. However, the game is heavily dependent on random number generation, RNG short, meaning that every time you play, your path, events, the cards, and items are different 95% of the time. Sometimes the deck you build is great for the first two acts that you play, but unless you get a boss in Act 3 that is similar to that, you're not going to do good there. And then also there's the final Act 4 boss, which could just toss out everything as well. So yeah, by no means is it easy to know how best to play and succeed in each and every playthrough that you do, and also keep in mind what class character you play. The other factor to determine how long this will take to get 100% is looking at the trophy list difficulty itself. Even with guides and walkthroughs, which I always suggest using if you can, I'd say STS trophy list is hard. And if you'd like to see the guides I use, they will be in the video description below. Okay, so now to the fun stuff. As you know, the whole point of my channel is to help educate and promote gaming for mental fitness. I truly believe you can improve so many mental abilities by earning 100% in a game rather than only playing the game just for fun. For STS, I'd say its trophy list mostly improves problem solving. And look, problem solving is survival 101. It's your capability to find solutions to any situation or problem you're facing. Good problem-solving skills can, at the very least, provide you with the knowledge of what you need to do to create the opportunity for what you want to achieve. Generally, the most productive place we learn to problem-solve is in school, and passively in our free time, word puzzles or board games. And yeah, all games generally require a degree of problem-solving to complete, but games like this are nearly pure problem-solving games like any word puzzle or board game. So being able to improve your problem solving skills by playing this game is a great way to do mental fitness. The best trophies that highlight this are the End and Ascend 20, which requires you to obtain the ending with all 3 main characters and complete Ascension level 20 respectively. Obtaining the ending with 3 different type class characters is hard enough, but doing so with a game that has RNG is even harder. Not only do you have to learn the different class mechanics, but there are few, if any, strategies that can be used with each class. Let alone will you be lucky enough to get the cards that you need to do it in the playthrough that you go through. Similarly, Ascend 20 requires you to complete the game with 20 different modifiers on, which of course means you have to approach the game much differently than you would normally, creating its own unique difficulty, and again, the RNG just makes it that much harder. I must also say that this being the most addictive game that I've played in years, this clearly threw my schedule and routine out the door. Yes, there are other factors going on, like I was sick, and then there's the holidays, and I also had vacation time already planned. But in no way was I utilizing my time properly or responsibly, if I'm being honest. In fact, I'd say I did exactly what the dangers of video gaming is, which is playing too long any given day, taken away from your productivity through other aspects of your life. I was playing it even more than I would sleep, which is probably the biggest thing that we do most of the day. Thankfully, I've done this long enough to know when I can correct course and when I know to just write it out. Mostly that's dependent on other factors going on in my life outside of the game. Here, the latter proved best for this situation because there was nothing I missed or failed because of taking too much time gaming. So I'd say when you run into a situation like this, you really need to evaluate how it's affecting other parts of your life. If you're getting by fine and there's not any real harm, especially more to others that are dependent on you, or that you would have obligations to, then just go ahead and write it out, because in my opinion, the faster you get it out of your system, you're likely to be put in a better position to correct course when it's done and not be tempted to continue. But if you are spending too much time and it's affecting your life and duties like work, school, parenting, or other commitments, then you're better off taking more extreme measures to limit your time playing, which is usually easiest to do with a parent, sibling, friend, partner, roommate, kind of holding that over you. If you're constantly spending too much time gaming though, when it's not your profession, then honestly you should find a different way to improve mental fitness altogether, because there's not really a benefit to doing this if you are spending way too much time doing it. It kind of counters itself out. It's like if you're going to the gym for an hour, but then you're eating a whole large pizza and cheesecake, it kind of defeats the purpose, so better find a different strategy. Anyways, and so before we call it a wrap here, let's talk a little bit about improvements. When I think about trophies that would have reflected STS and have been helpful for mental fitness, the only thing that comes to my mind is having a trophy for completing Ascension level 20 with all characters. I was really surprised it wasn't in there, to be honest. I feel they kind of got everything else. So it feels like it really should have been in there, and hopefully Mega will consider it for future installments or other games. Okay, that's a wrap. Again, without a doubt, I really enjoyed STS. It was clearly the most addictive game I've played all year, and really in the past 3 or 4 years, likely more. I would highly recommend playing it if you're looking to build problem solving, and if you have questions about the game, mental fitness, or just want to share your experience with STS, feel free to leave a comment or message me. I will do my best to answer any questions in a reasonable time. Alright everyone, that's another review in the bag. If you want to watch me play live and even join in on my multiplayer games, follow me on Twitch. If you would like to hear more about mental fitness, my game previews, and initial impressions, then go on over and follow my Instagram. If you would like to help choose what games I should play next or guess how long my next game will take, you can do that on Twitter. That's where I do my polls, so keep a look out there. Also, I am doing monthly giveaways, so check out my YouTube for details on that and if you'd like to participate. And finally, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.